Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to show you how to upgrade the rear door speakers in your Bose equipped GMT800 truck. So it's Yukon, Suburban, Tahoe, Silverado, Sierra, etc., etc., etc. If you have the rear doors in those, the grill doesn't say Bose, but the front grill does. I don't know why the rear grill doesn't say Bose, but it is a Bose speaker in there, and it has the Bose factory amp. So it's very similar to the front, but the front uses a 6.5 speaker. A 6.5 speaker, I'll show you here in a minute, will not fit in the rear with the speaker adapter. So it's kind of a conundrum, but a 5.25 speaker will fit great. These are Skar Audio RPX 525. I'll link these down below. Other than the 5.25 speaker, only thing you're gonna need is a 1/4" socket, 7mm socket, and a 10mm socket. Pry tool helps. These things are like $8 for a pack of, or $5 for a pack of 4. These things come in handy. And then this foam sticky tape and these Metro speaker adapters as well. I'll link everything down below that you need. You probably don't need to buy sockets, but All right, but I'm gonna take you step by step, disassembling the door panel, putting the new speaker in, showing you why you need those things, why the 6.5 won't fit, etc., etc., etc. So let's get to it. Okay, removal of this rear door is real simple. You're gonna have 2 7mm sockets. One's gonna be on the inside here, underneath here. Pull that out, and then there's going to be one right tucked up under here inside the handle. They're both the same size screw. These are what hold your door panel in. Then you're gonna take your plastic pry tool. You're gonna get this handle surround piece out. You don't have to use a plastic pry tool for this. You could use your fingers. There you go. That's out. Then you need to take this out, just like that. If you take, there's 2 different size tabs on this. There's a much more aggressive tab on this, and the rear has a less tab. So take it out from this side, pointing towards the back of the truck. And then this window control has to come off as well. And sometimes it comes off like, it's finicky. Sometimes they'll come off like this. Sometimes this piece will come off and this top trim will separate from the main module here. But this case I was lucky. If it does, it just snaps right back on. There's 4 clips that snap it back on. But you need to just come here, get your wiring harness out like that. There you go. Now you can take your door panel off. The door panel just lifts up and out, and that's it. And it is off. Okay, now that's off. Let's look at the speaker. Now you'd think you'd see these 4 gold bolts in the corner. You'd think that's what you need to take out, but that is not how you need to take it out. Let me show you. You have your weather guard plastic seal here. You need to peel up. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to slit this right here. So this will all come off right there. There we go. Okay, so now that that's peeled away, you can see now that there's this plastic ABS adapter plate right here, and there's 1, 2, 3 anchor points. These are all 10mm. So where the rear differs from the front is that this is the only way, other than creating a custom bracket like out of MDF or something, this is the only way to mount your speaker in here. Also, the hole on the grill on the door panel that I put over there is also this size as well. It's not, if you have a 6.5 speaker, it will fit in there if you made a custom bracket, but I don't know how well the sound would get out through the smaller 5.25 hole that's in the door panel grill. So let me take this out and show you what I'm talking about. So there's gonna be 3 10mm bolts, and then I'm gonna have to unclip the harness from the speaker. Okay, now this comes out, it just rests in there, right? And then you just have your speaker connected here with the little clip harness. And take this out, and if you can see, it is a Bose speaker. So once this plate is out, you can see there's just a big gaping hole here. So there's not like an optional, like just screw your own holes and put a 6.5 speaker in there. That's really not the case. Your only option is creating a custom MDF bracket or some kind of speaker bracket there, avoiding all this hardware and window regulators and stuff in here, or just repurpose this. Okay, now let me show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my 1/4" socket, I'm gonna take these out, and these are threaded. There's like these pockets back here. See these pockets? That and that. These are like internally threaded. They don't thread through the plastic. I mean, they have their own little channel in there. So I'm gonna take that 1/4" out. I'm gonna take this 1/4" out, like that. They're gonna fall everywhere, but I'll pick them up because we're gonna reuse them. Okay, and it conveniently has its own little foam, little backing thing here. This is the rear, and it has this shroud on the top It's like shroud. It's like supposed to, if you get water in your door sill, it protects the speaker. So let's say you get some water in your door sill, it comes down, it hits this instead of going and messing up your speaker. Cool design. And this Bose speaker works fine. I just wanted to put different speakers in there that I could amplify at a later date. Okay, so let me show you the beauty of this skar. And that this 5 1/4 speaker fits right in here, and all the stock holes align. So I can drill right here with the same screws. I can just put screws back here, 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 and here in the same exact holes, and the speaker just pockets right in there. Also, they have this foam gasket, the stock foam gasket, and it's shaped specifically for this. Slots right in there. That's the foam gasket. I'm gonna use this, but I'm gonna add that sticky foam underneath here to give it a double kind of barrier, I guess, because the stock speaker diameter just barely overlaps this inner circle here. So I want to provide as much seal as possible to prevent like air or whatever you would call it, make a tight seal. And again, this foam stuff I'll link down below. It's super cheap. And I'm just gonna peel it, or I'll start from the end that's kind of already started. Peel that and start laying my foam right there. And it's going to cover up the holes, but you'll still be able to see where the holes are when you want to screw in. And I'm just gonna lay this foam all along the edge here, stick it on there. Okay, so now we have this foam seal around here, and I'm going to add the factory foam gasket here just for a little bit of extra, and it also gives you the holes where you need to put your screws in so you're not blind screwing, because that foam I put on there covers it up. Another thing I learned the hard way, don't put your speaker in upside down. The speaker leads are right here at the bottom, I guess, the label facing up, so this would kind of be the bottom. So the top of the speaker would be this and bottom would be that. Because if you do put it upside down like that, then you're gonna have a heck of a time trying to get to those speaker leads underneath that shroud. Although you could just put the adapter on before, but we're gonna screw it in this way. Now I just screw in the screws slowly, a little bit at a time. Make sure I keep it centered in there. Okay, there we go. Now we have a speaker pod. Now we're going to take our Metra 724568 speaker adapter. That's going to come out as the clip right here that clips right into this factory harness from your stereo. And you got a large spade connector and a small one, and they coincide with the large and small spade connectors on here. So small, large. So I put the small one on here, the large one on here. We have the outlet of the spade connector that goes directly into, boom, our stock connector. Okay, so now I just take my screw and I put it in the top here, get that started in there. We're gonna get this one started in here, and this one started in there. I'm gonna use 10mm to tighten them all down. And we reinstall our plastic weather liner thing, like this. There we go. Looks like a stock factory door, but with a different speaker in there. Some things I did for the front that I didn't do for the rear. I put the foam speed rings on the front that encapsulate, basically it sandwiches against the grill, and basically forces all the sound out instead of any of the sound escaping out. I didn't decide to do that for this because the rear speakers are not as important as the front speakers, so I didn't want to do that. I'll link down below that speed ring if you do want to go kind of overkill. Also, you can throw some dynamite behind it. You see that big gaping hole we had before? You could throw some dynamite in there and sound dampen a little bit if you want, but I'm not going to do that. This should sound just fine as it is. Okay, so now we put the door panel back on. Slip the power window thing through there. There we go. Put our screws back in, put this back in, and we have an upgraded speaker. If you guys have any questions about the install, just shoot them in the comments down below. I'll try to help you out. I realized that nobody had done a video on doing these rear door panels for some reason. And I thought I could just throw 6.5s in there, but I couldn't. I forgot to show the 6.5s not fitting. I am so sorry. But I'm not taking that apart. But trust me, the 6.5 cone will not fit inside the diameter of that circle. So you have to do some heavy trimming or something if you want to do that. Plus the hole that's here in the grill is the size of the hole for the 5 1/4 speaker. So you could get 6.5 in there, but what's coming out and what's going to be traveling out into the door versus what's coming out of that hole, I don't know. I'm I'm no math magician, okay? So if you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up. This is a Yukon XL 2006. If you found this helpful, give me a thumbs up. I will be doing more videos on this. I've already done a few videos on this GMT800 truck. You can subscribe if you want to see some more. But anyways, guys, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.